Good afternoon, super friends, and welcome to the Saturday, May 2nd edition of the Sacred News and Weather. I am coming in here in a way that I've never come in here before. I almost always, if not every single time, have some idea of where we're going. And I just got this urgent nudge, like almost like a push in my back from spirit saying, get in there and close your eyes and go. So there's an urgent message that wants to be delivered, and I don't know who, what, where, why, or when. Um, and it feels like it's going to be very specific. So, as with anything I do, take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and know that these messages are timeless. So, whether or not you're receiving it in real time on Saturday, May 2nd, or at a later date, if you are tuning in, there's very likely going to be something here for you. I'm also at a funny angle today because there was a glare over my head from the way the light is coming in, and it was funny. It almost looked like I had a halo, but it was distracting. So I figured you would be distracting, but maybe you're distracted by my hair in the back of the mirror as well. Anyway, I'm just going to close my eyes and go. Hmm. So here's what I'm seeing. There is, there are two pathways. There are two pathways right now, and this is not your decision to choose. You are waiting for someone to choose their pathway so that you can know your next place. And right now, that person is making their choice. And there is no wrong choice to make. There is a higher frequency pathway and there is a lower frequency pathway. And what I'm seeing is, unfortunately, it has very, actually, that's not true. I was going to say, unfortunately, it has very little to do with you. And in some ways that is true, but there is actually a way that it very much energetically does have to do with you. And so I feel like this is going to be a message in three parts, and I am going to start with part one, which is your role here. And your role here is to anchor yourself so solidly in your own truth that no matter which pathway, no matter which decision this person makes that is going to have an effect on you, no matter which decision there's no perfect decision. No matter which decision this person makes for him or herself, you are being asked to know that the only influence you have on this decision truly is to stay so deeply connected and so deeply rooted in the truth of who you are that no matter what comes at you, no matter how it is delivered to you, no matter what this message is, you can remain wholly rooted in your own truth. The imagery that's coming is something that I believe I brought here before, which is that pendulum imagery where the pendulum is swinging and you're waiting for someone to choose something for themselves, but it deeply affects you and that pendulum is swinging, and you can either latch on and go for a ride, you can let that pendulum smack you back and forth as it goes, or you can root in. And what I'm being shown right now is not only for you to root into your own truth, but also to relax into it. That no matter what the choice that reveals itself to you, no matter what choice is revealed, no matter what decision is made, you can relax and know that ultimately it is for you. Whether it's what you want or what you believe you want or what you think you want in any particular moment, it is actually very much for you and for where you are meant to go with your person. That's thread number one. Root in, The other piece that I just heard is for you, and I don't know which way this message is going to come in. It might come in via text message, it might come in via phone call, it might come in via letter, it might come in via smoke signal. It's going to come in, and when it comes in, you're being invited to take a nice deep breath and pause, and I'm even seeing smile. Smile because no matter what the message is, it is for you and it is going to bring you relief. It is going to bring you, for some of you, it's going to bring you great joy and happiness. And what I'm also seeing is that for some of you, you already have an expectation of what this news is going to be, what this choice is going to be. And I want you to know that it can actually still be different. It can still be different than what you think it is. And I'm just seeing smile and receive it with an open heart and an open mind. And no matter what the news is, it is going to be for you. All right, for real, I'm going to leave this here. Next, I'm going to go to your person who is standing. It almost looks like they're standing in a mirror, but the mirror has been blackened out and they think they're looking in a mirror, but they can't actually see. And this feels like it's related to what I was talking about yesterday and what I've been talking about, where the light needs the holder of the light in order to be able to see what he is looking at. It has this feeling of looking in a mirror. The person is looking in a mirror, but it's blacked out, and what they are seeing is like almost like what I want to say is monsters, but what I think it actually is like kind of like graphic, um, kind of like overly dramatized imagery from their past experiences, sometimes past life experiences I just heard, but they're looking at like a green screen. The other thing that I'm seeing, and like all of these projections are coming at them. But mostly I just see like a blackened out mirror and they think that they're looking at themselves, but what they are seeing are old stories and wounds. And there are paths unfolding. There are two paths unfolding. There might even be a third one. There are two paths unfolding, and one of them is leading toward you, and one of them is leading away. And there's another one that's leading toward, it feels like another person, but it feels like that other person. And I'm reminding you all again, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This does not mean that if you are seeing yourself in this message, that your person who you are waiting on is involved with a third party. But I am seeing it here that there is a third person, and that third person, it doesn't seem like there's anything untoward going on here with that third person, but it seems like the person who's looking in the blackness, your person is like tossing someone into that third pathway, that sacred third pathway, almost to escape one pathway or another, one choice or another. It feels like we've thrown in a sacred third, not because it's sacred, not because it's anything real, but like almost like a distraction to what is actually going on for your person, to the decision your person is actually trying to make. And it may not be, that sacred third may not be a person, it may be another storyline, it may be another past storyline. It's just another thread, but what I'm seeing is that thread is not the real thread. It's the distracting thread from the need to make a decision on of this pathway or the other. And I also want to remind you that there are like infinite pathways in between all of these pathways. And so what your person is feeling right now is it's this way or it's that way, or maybe I'll distract myself with one in here, but it's not, doesn't necessarily have to be any of these pathways, because I'm being shown the like all of the myriad pathways in between those pathways. But your person is like, it's got to be this or that, and I don't know, I don't know. And so I'm going to go down this pathway and I'm going to share with you what I'm seeing on this pathway because it is so clearly delineated. And on this pathway, what I'm hearing is no more. Stop. I can't do this anymore. We're done. That is this pathway that is unfolding here. We are done. But it's not coming from a place of, mm, I just felt this one deeply in my heart. Ooh, not what I was expecting. I thought I was telling somebody else's story. Oh, so the no, I can't do this anymore. We have to be done is not coming from a place of not love or you are not good enough or even this person who's looking into the blackness and not seeing. It's got nothing to do with I need to cut you out of my life because you are toxic to me or you are too much. What I'm hearing is you are just right. You are just right. You are perfect. You are absolutely perfect. But I can't choose you now. You are perfect. That is what I'm hearing on this pathway. And you need to know that if your person is choosing this pathway, it's not because you're not perfect exactly as you are. And they see you as perfect exactly as you are. And if they were in a place to choose, they would choose you exactly as you are and take your hand and keep walking down this path. And there is a part of them that really just wants to make this choice. And what I'm hearing is the reason they are unable to make this choice, the reason they are unable to choose this path is because sorry, I just got shown those sort of monster images again. And what it feels like, what I'm hearing is it's because I'm a monster. And of course, that's not true. They are not a monster. There's a little bit of like I like you are 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 this beautiful creature and I am a monster and I have to let you go because I am a monster. And but if I could know that I'm not a monster, if I could know that this wasn't true, then you are the only person I would choose to be with because you are perfect. I'm hearing you are perfect and I am a monster. And now, sorry, now my nose is running because I was crying. Now I I need to go back to you for a moment. I need to go back to where we began for a moment because I just felt so much there. And I need to let you know that if you are tempted to buy into your person's story, to that person's story that they are somehow a monster, don't do it. Don't do it. You are being invited to see them seeing themselves as a monster, but to as the holder of the light or as the light to beam back to them their truth, no matter what. And maybe that is your role here. And that is why we're being invited to like hold this difficult, not what you wanted choice in joy and in the light, because that is what you are learning here. You are learning. Sorry, my kids are home. I don't know if you can hear that. Somebody's using the soda stream because you are being invited to, no matter what happens, be that light so this person can see the truth of who they are in that blackened out mirror and can begin to recognize that they are not a monster, that those are old stories and old belief systems. And when you shine your light, you are radiating to them the beauty that they are, or you are holding their light and beaming it back at them and showing them that they are, in fact, the most beautiful human in the world simply because they exist. And so, in the same way that your person is letting you know that you are absolute perfection, you are being invited to show them that they are absolute perfection too, even if they don't choose you. Whew. Okay. Pathway over here. In this pathway, they're already beginning to see. They already are playing with that truth of who they are. They are looking in the mirror and they're seeing the monster, but they're coming back and they're pulling back because they're almost being blinded by a truth, blinded by the truth that they are not in fact monstrous, that they are not in fact empty. I'm hearing they're not empty. I'm seeing an empty chalice, an empty vessel, and that like feels like and it feels leaky, like if we were to pour something in, it would just all leak out. Like it has that feeling of like being blinded and not able to latch fully on to the true image, the image of true beauty. Oh, hey, excuse me. You guys, I'm filming a video. Can you chill out for a minute? Got it. Are you okay? Okay. But you're all right? I don't know if you heard that, but my son just tripped and fell and slammed into the closet door, but I think all is well. I'm going to see if I can come back into where I was going. Whew, okay. Back to the mirror, back to this other choice that is possible for your person to be making. It feels like this is the illuminated path. This is the path where they can see all that is possible, all that is beautiful, and they can see, like they're starting to see, and that's that like light flickering from the blacked out mirror of like, oh, I can see myself now, I can't. Oh, I can see myself now, I can't. And it's like frizzly and it's poppy, and this pathway is like lightning or like a strobe light. It's like illuminating, like, can you see, can you see what's possible here, can you see what's possible here? A new beginning is possible here, and this new beginning is possible not from the place that you were, where you were waiting for a decision to be made, and your person was gazing in a blacked out mirror to try and make the decision. But this new beginning, this new pathway is possible because this person is finally able to see themselves in the mirror, that that mirror image is no longer blacked out. It is clear, and they can see their own radiance exactly as they are. And I don't feel like any time has passed. I feel like it is a choice that's being made of like, can I see the truth here, or am I going to believe the old lies? It's like, am I able to see the truth? And they can see the truth about you, but they can't see the truth about them. And what I'm seeing now is this sacred third. It's not sacred, it's actually distracting third, but I'm always so tempted to call it sacred third. This third pathway is that pathway of deception, where they're trying to like make you somehow bad or wrong. And what I'm seeing here is like, this is an old worn, old patterned pathway that they're recognizing, like where they put a distraction in, or they put a story in there, and they latch onto that story so that they don't see the truth. And here they can see the truth of you, who you are, and they're letting you go from the place of the truth of who you are, because they can't see the truth of who they are. But over here, everybody knows the truth of who they are. And there is a new beginning that is happening, not from a place of where you've been at all, not from a place of where you have been at all, no matter how beautiful, no matter how awful, no matter how much quiet there's been, no matter how much noise there's been, either in your own head or their head or between you. What is happening here in this other pathway is a new beginning based in the truth of who you both are, which are, you are both beautiful, beloved, loving, and deserving human beings who know that you belong together and that you are meant to walk along this path together. And it's a new beginning, nothing like what happened before. What happened before was all of this uncertainty. It was all of this swirling of uncertainty, and these images that were blinding, and these truths that were blinding, and these untruths that were blinding. Here on this third path, there is a new beginning that is so clear and so new and so free from anything that you have known before, because this person is not the same person they were when they were looking in the mirror and trying to choose. This person finally saw themselves enough to see their own beauty, enough to recognize and embody their own beauty, to know that they deserve to be in this joyful new beginning with you. And now here's what I'm going to say about this pathway. There's no timeline. Is that right? I, I think I'm hearing like, when is this new beginning going to happen? And what I'm seeing is it doesn't really matter what is happening now to enable this person to see their truth and enable you both to see that what is new is going to contain all of the beauty of what was, and none of the fear, none of the old worry, none of the old uncertainty and noise in the old way of being. What is here for you now in this new place is so much more spacious, so much more true, so much more open. And you're both so much more available to one another. And while it all feels like it's happening now, today, in real time, what I think is actually happening in real time is you are coming in to this place of recognizing that no matter what, everything is for you. And the person that you're waiting on, whether they choose to let you go and that's what's for you, or they choose to see themselves fully and you choose to begin anew over here together, you are already readying yourself, and they are already beginning to see and lock their gaze on the truth of who they are. And in seeing the truth of who they are, mirrored through the truth of who you are, the healing that needs to happen for this new beginning is happening. And I don't know. I can't predict for you. I can't predict for myself. I can't predict for anyone which pathway is going to be the pathway that unfolds for you. Or you might be the person who's looking in the mirror and trying to see through the blackness into the truth of who you are. It it doesn't really matter where you see yourself. I trust you to find yourself here. I trust you to find yourself here and to see your truth and to claim your pathway and know that no matter what happens, beginning anew without or beginning anew with, all of these options are possible, and whichever one is chosen is for you both. You can't get it wrong. You can't get it wrong. Either way, the truth and beauty of who you both are will ultimately be revealed. One way is the long way, one way feels shorter for the one gazing in the mirror. And for the one who is waiting, either way, you get to begin anew. It's a win, 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 even if it doesn't feel that way in the moment. There are all of those pathways still that are in between. So if you're not seeing yourself here, it's likely because one of those other pathways is for you. But this message is for the people, the persons who recognize themselves here today. Okay. Whew. I'm facing in all the wrong direction because my eyes were closed and my computer's in a funny place. Oh, as with everything I do, um, at the end, please like, share, subscribe, comment, tell me how this landed. This was um, a big one for not having gone into it knowing what I was going to talk about. I wish you the best. You have all of my love. I will see you maybe tomorrow. Bye bye.